Hey y'all, it's Voluptuously Skinny, and I actually have Dion here. He's in the house. Hey, buddy. Y'all, this is, I don't know what week it is, honestly. The last video that I did that I put a week to was week 105, and that was probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. I have been so off. Y'all, I'm been just kind of stuck in this place where I kind of fallen off of everything, and y'all see me post on Instagram, and I mostly just post running pictures. I didn't even post goals for October. I mean, October got away from me. I didn't even change my calendar on the wall and put October updates. I did for this month, for November, so said I'm going to try to get back on the right track. I didn't post any November goals, but I definitely plan to do that. My therapist told me I just need to use it as a platform to, help myself get unstuck. I told her that I come to you guys and I'm mostly really positive, but I've always told y'all I would share the good, bad, and ugly, which I have for the most part. But this last month or two has been pretty ugly in a sense of I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around the possibility of this insurance denying the appeal, the second appeal. So, and just trying to get my head wrapped around living in pain, because I don't want to have any other surgery that will cause me to look any worse than what I already look. So that's where I am on that. And one of the things that she suggested was that I put it out there, because I told her I haven't spoken to many people at all who have had breast reduction, especially after weight loss surgery, who have had any major issues that weren't resolved. And so if you're watching and you have had some issues that you wouldn't mind sharing with me, you can email me at voluptuouslyskinny@gmail.com, and I will get back with you. I have been slow with everything, answering comments, answering emails. I got an email from one young lady and I haven't even read it all the way through, I'm ashamed to say, because I was telling my therapist this. I told her that I wasn't able at this point to give my full attention to that email. In fact, Dion, remind me, I'm going to answer that email today, okay? But I wasn't able to give my full attention to the email, and so when I'm not able to give my full attention, a lot of times I will just wait on it, and unfortunately that means that I wait a long time. So please forgive me for not answering your email yet. I'm going to do it tonight, and Dion's going to hold me to that. So anyway, as far as an update on my weight, I'm still maintaining. I am, as of this past Wednesday, my official weigh-in, I think I was 146.8 or somewhere around that. I might have been like 145.6, I think is what I was, maybe. So somewhere in there, but I'm still within my 145 to 150 maintenance, and I'm not having any issues with that. I was having some issues with going a little too low, especially when it was summertime, and that was mostly because of heat, and mostly because I was just, I don't want to say dehydrated, but I sweat a lot, and so that weight was just coming off of me, and it's not anything for me to go out and run and be down 5 or 6 pounds, especially after a long race. Excuse me for smacking y'all. Anyway, so as far as calories are concerned, y'all don't even want to know how many calories I've been eating. I've been eating ridiculous amounts of calories, and I've been maintaining, but it's the running. So, I've had to eat quite a few calories to maintain my weight, but some of the stuff that I'm eating is just ridiculous. I had falling back into popcorn, and that one of those, it was just the depression. It really gets me. And so I've been falling back into the popcorn, which I have eaten a lot of popcorn. And I visited the corn popper on several different occasions. So I had to really reel myself in on that. And I'm not even going to say it's all the way reeled in, because it's not. Because I ended up buying some regular popcorn to pop at home. And one of the reasons I did that is because I know I have to make an extra effort if I really want popcorn to eat it, to pop it. So anyway, I've done that, but my calorie intake on average was probably about anywhere between 2,900 to about 3,700 calories a day. Yeah, and a few days I probably went up to 4,000 calories a day. And when I came back from homecoming a couple weeks ago, I was up to, I stepped on the scale. I came home on Sunday. And so I just went ahead and weighed on Sunday, and I was 151. But on Monday morning when I weighed, I was 150. So I was still within that range, but that was really up like 4 or 5 pounds just over a few days of eating like insane. And so did that, and so I'm back down, as you know, I've told you. As far as carbs are concerned, I eat anywhere between 250 to about 350 grams of carbs a day. Over the last, and then for Halloween, y'all, I saw a meme that said today my meals will consist of 99% candy, 1% real food. And I just busted out laughing, and it's not really funny, but that's literally what my food intake was probably for about 2 days straight. So anyway, after about that third day, I woke up, and when I tell you I felt horrible, I mean horrible. My stomach felt horrible. I had to go to the bathroom. I was just lethargic. I felt grossly horrible. And so anyway, the last few days I've been back on track, and it's crazy when you get back on track as far as I'm concerned. And my body, the last few days I've been eating really well, and I've been cooking quite a bit, which the boys I know have enjoyed. And I get full so much faster when I'm eating really good food. And right now, in fact, I'm nursing this tuna packet because I'm full already. But when I eat cookies and candy and popcorn and all that, y'all, I can eat that stuff like crazy. And it does not all the time make me sick. There are some times where I can hit that level, and it almost feels like I'm having I've never had diabetes, but it almost feels like I've hit that sugar high where I start to sweat and really feel sick. And so there are occasions where that will happen, and I know I've overdone it at that point. But for the most part, it doesn't happen like that for me. So what I did to kind of get back on track is I set myself alarms for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then also for 3 snacks, so that I can space my meals out appropriately and eat really good things that are more filling, things that have the appropriate amount of protein in them, and things where I feel good. But what I was going to say is that I, over the last 2 or 3 days, have eaten so well that this morning, and today is November 4th, Saturday morning. Today I got on the scale and I was down to 144. So I really have to watch it because I'm eating well and I'm getting in about 2,000 calories a day, maybe anywhere between 2,000 and 2,500. And that's only because I kind of force myself to get in some of that, because when I'm eating well, I feel so full so quickly, and the calories don't add up the way they need to for me to sustain my body weight. So I am going to find a good balance. Today I ran a half marathon, and I'm proud to say that it was my best time ever. And I ate a cookie and a half, big cookie and a half, and I said I need it because I'm getting ready to go and run. We're actually on our way to Springfield, Missouri, and I'm going to run my first marathon. So I felt like it was okay to kind of get those extra carbs in. Last night we had, what did we have? We had chicken thighs, sweet potatoes, greens, and rice. And we had some naan. I think that's how you pronounce it, or naan. Some Greek type of bread. I had a couple of, I cut it up in small little pieces, so I had a couple of those, pieces of those. And so some really good wholesome carbs. And then the rice, it was just appropriately seasoned. It didn't have sugar and butter on that. And it was really good. My son cooked it. Dion, did you know that he said that he really did season it? You just didn't know it. He seasoned it like I cook it. That's why it was so good. And I knew it didn't have sugar, but when you put that little bit of sugar and butter on it, it enhances the flavor. But mine didn't have any sugar and butter on it. But y'all know that's kind of I guess that's Southern way. Mine just was seasoned with a little, I think he probably used beef bouillon and maybe some chicken bouillon, and then a little pepper, and that's the way I kind of taught him how to make some seasoned rice. And it was really good. So ate that just to get some appropriate carbs for me this morning. I was kind of skeptical about the greens, because greens, when you're running, that ain't too hot, because I couldn't use the bathroom this morning, and I didn't want to. When you're running, it tends to have a way of moving your bowels. I'm gonna put it out there. A few people have asked me about running again, especially on Instagram. So I'm gonna, point you to the video that I did on running, and then I'll get back with you if you have more specific questions. And I'm not going to say I'm going to get back with you quickly, because I may not, but I'm going to try. Let me see. What else? So I'm maintaining, I'm eating, I'm kind of coasting through life right now. Just trying to deal with whatever's going on. And I actually have some other issues. So if y'all are, like I said, if you have had a breast reduction and you had complications, please get with me, because I want to hear how you overcame them, what you did to kind of get your mind wrapped around that. If you had to go through an insurance appeal for reconstruction, or whatever it may be, please let me know if they approved it. How did they approve it? What was the deciding factor? I actually have some issues going on where this left side is contracting all the time. I'm having muscle contractions in it all the time, which is causing further pain. So, and I went to the doctor about that, and she actually ended up sending me over for EKG, because my heart rate is going super, super low, which I know that is normal for runners, but she was just like, your heart rate is getting way too low. I mean, it's sometimes like my muscle is contracting right now, and it just causes me quite a bit more pain than what I normally have. So not sure. I don't know if that's just extra scar tissue developing. I don't know. But anyway, went to the doctor for that, and she ended up sending me over for EKG, because my heart rate was 44 when I was in her office. Went over for the EKG, it was down to 40. So anyway, she just wants me to make sure that we're watching that, and I'm assuming everything was fine, because she never called me, but I may need to call her and just double check on it. But I felt fine. I told her I haven't had any symptoms like I did before when I was having issues, when it was dropping super low. But it does drop down to the 30s, I know, sometime, which I know is probably way too low. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. Dion, you have anything to say? Not really.
Not really.
How are you doing? Come tell the people how you doing.
I played football.
Yes, he has just finished out his season. Talk about your season.
The season was good, pretty good, and then I ended up injuring myself.
Tell them about that. You want to scoot over a little more? Can you scoot over a little more?
I was trying to catch a football, and I ended up catching the football, and then hyperextended my leg backwards, and then hurt my knee.
Had to go to the emergency room.
Had to go to the emergency room, and then I had to use crutches.
And have a stabilizer.
It was just horrible. But I ended up being able to play in the last game.
Yeah, but he missed 2 games because of that.
Yeah.
Because he went to the emergency room, and then he went to his pediatrician the next week, and they still wouldn't release him because he still had a limp that he was trying to hide that was obvious.
Oh, I'm trying to hide it.
Yeah, you were. Because as soon as we walked in, it's a mother and father and daughter team of doctors. And the mother doctor, as soon as we walked in, she said, "Are you limping?" And I was like, "Yep, he is." And then Dr. Sue, the father doctor, he was like, "Come out here and walk 9,000 times so we can see." Because Dion was like, I'm okay, I'm ready to play. And so he told him to walk, and he walked, and he was like, "Nope, dude, you got another week." Go ahead, sorry. What was your position?
Nose guard, center, and right tackle.
How you feel like you did?
Pretty good.
How are your grades?
Better.
For the most part, most of them are excellent. He is falling down in a couple of classes, but
Miss Yo says it.
He's
all my
getting
other
those
grades
up.
are getting.
Yeah. Because for the most part, he went through the season with A's and B's. It was the last couple weeks where he's kind of struggled a little bit in 2 classes, but he's going to get a science and gateway.
Just gateway.
Science too.
Or look at the grades.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Doc is doing fine. Let me get over so they can. Doc is doing great. Well, he's doing okay. Both of the boys actually. Can I tell them about you going to the doctor? Dr. Trentham?
Oh, yeah.
So both of the boys actually go to therapy too now, and it's been very helpful for them. Doc really enjoys going and talking to somebody. And Dion, how is it for you?
It's pretty good. I really like that.
Yeah, it's kind of nice for them to be able to talk to somebody that's not their mother. And the doctor doesn't tell me anything they talk about, and I don't ask them anything that they talk about because I feel like, that's private. And if it's anything I need to know, I'm sure the doctor will tell me. So, anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I love you guys. I miss y'all, and I'm so sorry for being away. But just keep praying for me as I keep praying for you. I just know that the glory of God, when we pray for other people, I know when I pray for other people, I always just know that when I see the miracles that happen in their lives and the things that happen in their lives, that it makes it real for me and it helps my faith, because I'm not going to lie and say that, I don't need, my flesh gets weak sometimes too. It really does. And depression is a battle, especially when you are a believer. It's just, it makes you just question yourself, and I just don't want to do that. And so but anyway, when I pray for people and I see God's work manifest in their lives, it just helps me with my faith and building me up, because I know that, out of all these things that have happened, especially over the last 2 years, that I know that God will manifest in my life as well, especially, when you need him the most. But anyway, I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out, babies. Mwah.